Welcome to my humble abode. I am Yorkie the Tale Spinner, and this is Tales Over Coffee, our morning session where we introduce a new day together with a narrative tale and a cup of coffee. May we all have a blessed day. This is the story of the Black Book and of Vasilisa, a girl, a young lady who would give anything to save her loved one from the pits of hell, and the devil himself, including becoming a witch. Accursed. Let's pick up where we left off.
What? Well, are you awake?
Yes?
The sun rose while you were coming to. Had to drag you home. I understand it's not easy to pass through.
The devil made me a witch.
Well, then it is a good day. What did I tell you? You should have become a witch a long time ago.
I guess New Village is a village?
Well, what's done is done. The legend says that your wish is behind the 7 seals. I could never open the first one. Here's...
How do I open it? Maybe it was the demon at the crossroads that opened the first.
Perhaps. I think that demons do play a part, but what spirit is the Aspen one? I'll have to rack my brain a bit.
My mentor lost for words.
Maybe there's something in the books? You yourself are a witch now. I knew that you would not let me down. The news of your enlightenment has spread already. Must be the Susetkes who told the heads of the families.
Our spirits or hobgoblins lives under the hearth of the gobbler, Colbert.
Now people will come to you for advice. I am old now, not many teeth left. My Koldun powers are waning. Now it is you who will help the people around here. Perhaps you will even find the right demon for your problem. Well, while you were coming to your senses, I've already spoken to most of the visitors. There's only one left. He's waiting behind the door. Look around for a start. Your book is over there, on the table. Do you remember how I taught you bookbinding? Afterwards, see to that visitor of yours. Some evil spirit has been giving him trouble. Got it?
Yes.
I got it, Grandpa. Time to get to work.
Look for the spirits around the district. Who knows? Perhaps. God bless.
Right.
So, Vasya, have you taken well to learning the mystical arts? Are you curious enough to learn some more?
Out old he go.
So how did you become a Khaldun, Grandfather?
I was born in Vilgard, the 6th son of my father, Yevlam Pichurov. It was a big family, not the richest though. When you have so many... But we lived well as a family. The house must have been built well. That is to say, I realize this now. Then one year, a 7th brother was born. Timofey, he was called. He was a good lad. He grew up, but I didn't look after him well enough. Heavy is this sin of mine. I still feel guilty. Vasya, having chores is a trivial thing. You would do better to protect the ones closest to you, to fight for them.
How true.
It's knowledge that gives us strength, for we harness their own power against them, with the chorts under our control. One day I was looking after Timofey. We were playing with the other children, but I lost my patience with a boy. I cursed him severely, sent him to the Leshi.
Also known as Versa, her comely word. Spirits who are the master of forests and sometimes fields and meadows. They control the weather and also animals and evil spirits who inhabit their domain. Haunted shepherds have to come to an agreement with Leshis and offer them gifts and bargains.
So the Leshi carried him away. We never found Timoshka. He'd vanished. Oh, it's hard to bear these scenes, Vasya. So hard. So I decided to become a Khaldun. I wouldn't let the Dark Ones harm my family ever again. Or so I thought. Well, I'll tell the story of how I became a Khaldun later. Ask me tomorrow. It's hard to remember all these things of the past. You'll understand when you're as old as me.
Wouldn't let them harm my family. The best laid plans of mice and men of Gagaglay. Izba.
How's our Izba built?
Traditional Russian countryside dwelling.
It was built long ago. Lots of people have lived here since. More than half a century ago, it seems. All according to old rituals. You know them by now. But I don't remember who built it. My grandfather, I suppose.
Evil spirits.
How can I recognize evil spirits? How can I know when they're before me?
Simple. You've been to the world of the devil. The only thing is, the darkness will see you too.
Well, yes, you peer into it, it peers into you.
Demons and spirits will track you down. And as soon as you glance into the darkness, you'll feel their eyes upon you as well. Be strong. Such is our fate. You make your own way.
Time to go.
No, I have to go, Grandfather. We'll talk later.
Right, we have bookshelves.
There's a great number of books in this collection. Illuminated books of old as well. Black books are not kept here, however. They're in a secret compartment near the furnace. I'll read all these books one day. To be a knower is so much more than wrangling chorts.
Someone with a vast amount of knowledge who might also be a Khaldun or a witch.
There's a great number of books in this collection. Galbets and his boss cellar. Old Igor says that's where the Domovoy lives.
Household
I've never
spirits.
met one, but I once saw a black figure standing still in the corner of the house. I'll learn to divine from Zisetko someday. If I see one, that is.
A house spirit or hobgoblin. No. Red corner. Go there, then what? Anything? No, apparently not. Would seem to be a household altar of some kind.
Grandfather says that in days of old, they used to bury people under the stove. That is how the Domovoy came to be.
I do hope whoever wrote this has got the folklore right. It's an interesting background. Right, let's have a look at it. You can see the page composition of the Black Book. On the right hand side you can see the current page composition of the Black Book. Left hand side are pages available not in the current Black Book composition. You categorize pages with special filters. You might receive pages that are currently unavailable as a battle or task reward. You can alter the page composition of the Black Book. To craft new pages, you need rubles, not double rubles. Black Book volume has to stay within the limits of the maximum and minimum number of pages. It may also save 3 sets of different pages. In time, you'll uncover even more Black Book pages, which are sealed away at present. You can change the composition of the Black Book at any time, except during combat. We have 10 rubles. We could put Razi in. Could put Odolai in. We could put Varel in. Let's do that. Let's use that up. We have candles. And we have stories. Bilichka's. Bilichka. It's new. Bilichka is a new story. A man from Vyatka once lived in our village. He would tell us stories. Of the miller that had to make offerings to a Shishiga. Or else she would prevent the mill's mechanism from turning. As an offering, he gave part of his stores of grain, flour and breadcrumbs. On one occasion, he forgot and offered nothing. Sure enough, the windmill ground to a halt. When the man went to investigate inside the mill, there was a Shiga sitting on the grinder, threatening him with a finger outstretched. She suddenly vanished. The miller gathered some tobacco and threw it at the shadows in the corner of the mill at night. The windmill started to turn again. Shiga stopped causing mischief. It isn't easy being a Khaldun. Becoming one is a terrifying experience. People tell a lot of stories. One in particular comes to mind. A man decided to punish his neighbour for changing the boundary of his field to a neighbouring one. He went to a Khaldun and asked, "Give me a chart with which to curse my neighbour." The Khaldun replied, "It's not as simple as that. Do what I say and you will have your chart." He then told him he would need to go to a banya at midnight. So the man gathered his courage and took along his rifle and his cross. Oh, it's a scary at the banya. He loaded his gun with his cross and shot at the hearth. A fiery dog emerged and opened its maw. The only option was to climb inside, and even though his instincts told him to, he stopped himself from making the sign of the cross. He called at the last moment that if he did so, he would lose his hand. He climbed down into the hearth, of course. Would you have done? As soon as he entered the maw, he saw fidgeted little people sitting behind set tables. "I want one small chart with which I can curse my neighbour," Imps replied matter-of-factly. "We come in no fewer than 3. The man awoke in the banya with 3 charts. "Father, give us work, we want to eat." He gave them a cat to curse and some other small tasks. More charts appeared. He tried to keep up with the demands of the charts, but he soon grew exhausted in mind and body in the end. The charts took to entertaining themselves with the villagers until all inhabitants were cursed. Whoops. We have the encyclopedia. Cherin Uyezd, who was located in the northern part of Perm Gabrnia, Finno-Ugric believes, were closely interwoven in those of Christianity, creating a unique cultural blend. Many don't know that others, like Vodun, is also a mixture of Yoruban, I believe in that case, beliefs and Christianity. Santeria is another one. The first trade route from Europe to Asia passed through Chardin, transforming every river, creek, mountain and hill into part of European and Asian history. These bears are traditional Russian countryside dwelling that are commonly found in forests, forest steppes and in the banks of rivers. Usually these birds are built from conifers. On forest steppes, these are sometimes built from birches, even though this type of tree is rarely used in construction. The interior of an izba is laid out according to tradition. Coins and other offerings for the guardian spirits of the house are placed on the shelf in the red corner. Ah, we went there. By tradition, the hearth is always placed diagonally to the red corner. As any neophyte initiation, the sorcerer, called Khaldun, has to pass through the maw of a beast at a crossroads, a banya, or whatever may constitute a boundary space. Most often, the initiation took place at a banya, and that is why the beast is often referred to as a fiery dog, or represented by a fiery dog. In different cultural traditions, the neophyte has to pass through the maw of the totemic ancestor. Interestingly, in the Cherdin region, this tradition has been partially preserved, and the geographic zone where Russian people interacted closely with the Komi people, Khalduns have to pass through the maw of the white swan, a bacali, pike, lizard or bear. All of these are totemic ancestors of Komi Permians. And we can see the evidence of this in traditional bronze plaques and amulets. Crossroads are one of the key points of travel between the world of the living and the depths of the underworld. Yes, indeed. In many beliefs. It is a place that exists as a boundary between worlds. That is why the heroes of fairy tales often stop at a crossroads. They must choose their path. However, any path they choose leads to the world of the unliving. The so-called Tridiveato Satvo, and I'm sure I've mispronounced that. The faraway kingdom. It is here they must battle the serpent or Kosche, who embodies dead, as well as overcome other difficult challenges. Fine. Let us see our visitor, shall we?
Oh, God bless Yegor Yevlampovich, Vasilisa Fyodorovna.
God bless.
I come bearing gifts. Some flour for your household. Please,
We have
hear
more
me out.
rubles.
I won't waste your time. I'll tell you straight away. Something terrible is happening at the mill. We were working in the night when suddenly we heard some strange sounds. Then a shadow began to darken in one of the corners. Such a deep blackness. We ran for our lives. You are known for your knowledge in these matters. What should I do now?
During the night shift at the windmill, he heard some strange sounds and saw some strange shifting shadows. What could be behind such emanations?
Peasants, spirits, and fiends will all seek your advice and help in affairs of witchery. After all, you are a knower. If you answer knowledgeability questions correctly, you will receive an experience reward. Sometimes your answers will influence in-game events. To recognize the correct answer, you will have to carefully study your surroundings. And the onomasticon, which you can open at any moment from your book. You can also receive a hint by pressing your knowledge button. However, you will only get half the experience. It could be a demon, it could be a bandit. Either of those will work. If we go in here, Adam's head and well, the thing we saw at the mill was the Yetka. It was the Shishiga. That's possible. Not really sure what else I can say, so I will try demons.
Why do you work at night?
Gained it.
Demons are at work.
Jesus Christ.
Well, how do you think the millstones turn? Not by the wind alone,
Yes.
obviously. It's forbidden to work a windmill after nightfall.
But what do we do now? I did everything right when I built it. Please, help me. I have this old item that you might find useful.
You'd better cough it up if we help you. All right, Vasya. Look into what's going on with that place. The demon there may be of use to us, you know?
I'll find out what's going on with your chort.
Oh, thank you. I was told you wouldn't let me down. Goodbye for now.
He's not your average miller. Usually they consort with a leshy, but this miller has some chort. Well, I'll study these seals while you're off dealing with the mill. And to make your trip a bit easier, take this herb. It is called an Adam's head. It will heal you up if anything goes sideways. Time for you to be on your way. Evil spirits won't quell themselves. Well, you get all that? Wanna ask anything else?
Where do I find this windmill?
Don't you remember the one to the north of Vilgord?
Large village. Where you were born? Oh, okay, yes.
The devil haunts that place at night, people say. Go there and be back home by sunrise. We have much to do.
How do I use the herbs anyway?
Well, it's quite simple. Use them in battle to close up your wounds.
Got it, grandfather. It's time to go. See you tomorrow.
Ah, wait. One more thing. I've sent a chort to Kusheva village. He must have cursed someone. Go there and fix it. You'll earn some money in process.
All right, Grandpa.
So it seems we have two things going on. You're now on your travel map. Every night it will display different locations. You may go on your way only after you speak to all your visitors. You can visit any available location. However, your health recovers only after you accomplish your task and return to the Izba. Your goal, visit your main task location. However, you can reach it without visiting all the other locations along the way. The game saves each time the location changes. You can also save your progress manually, in which case the game will save as soon as you enter a new location. You can open the map by clicking on the... Okay, yep. We wish you the best of luck exploring the northern lands of Chernynuzda. Or as a... whatever, yes. Let's see, main task is there. Visit the village. There's the mansion. the old riverbed. We're here. Well, let's go to the mansion first. Not far from Kamgort, a rich peasant named Mogilevsky built his mansion.
You stealthily creep by the village houses. At least, you thought you were being stealthy. You hear a familiar voice calling out from one of the windows overhanging the street.
Oh.
Slasher, wait! I have business with you. Hush! We'd better whisper. I've got this neighbor and I hate her guts. So curse her a bit, will you? Use a killer curse or something. Not a strong one. I've got a gift ready for you.
I don't think so.
I'm not that kind of witch. Just so you know, I don't just go firing off curses left and right.
I don't know about in Slavic myth, but I know in Wicca and various other forms of neo-paganism, there is a concept of the threefold law, which suggests that the energy you put to the universe returns to you threefold. It's similar in some ways to the golden law of Christianity and some other religions. A small village to the west of... Yes, set off there.
You notice a noisy family gathering in front of one of the houses. It's unusual to see an entire family out on the street at this hour. Strange, muffled sounds are coming from inside their house. Falling cutlery, furniture moving around.
Good evening to you, Vasilisa. God himself has sent you to us tonight. Everything has been turned upside down in our house. The enemy of man is haunting our house. The devil himself is here. Everyone is scared senseless.
How did it manage to get in here? It's no simple matter for a chort to get inside a human dwelling. What did you do yesterday?
We just had some tea. Natalia likes it a lot. She's quite fond of tea. Then we prayed and went to sleep. And in the middle of the night, it all started.
Tea time turned into a chort invasion. I wonder why these demons appeared in the first place.
Let's see what we've got here, shall we? Ritual or behavior reinforced by custom is inseparable from mythology. It is often believed that specific events are a consequence of another. For instance, a peasant suffering misfortune for forgetting to cross himself is perceived as being punished for not observing a ritual. This has resulted in all sorts of popular beliefs. Dishes not locked away at night or crossed become a refuge for evil spirits. A sick child or a changeling needs to be thrown across the threshold of a house inhabited by spirits who were lured there by the killing of the rooster during its construction. After some time, the underlying reason for a ritual becomes forgotten, leaving behind only the ritual itself. You know, it's funny, we look down on people who have such beliefs as simple folk, and yet look to us in our world. We don't believe them, but how many people don't walk under ladders? Or have a brief moment of, when they smash a mirror? Or always wear the same shirt to a ball game because it's the lucky shirt? We still ritualize in this world. I could use the 5 rubles to put something in a black book, but I don't think I want to just yet. Although I think that might be to me, I'm not sure. In which case, I'm not sure if it is or not. I'll ignore that for now. Tableware.
And did you make the sign of the cross over the samovar?
That must be it. We didn't mark the samovar with a cross.
You must do this. And please remember next time.
You're such a great knower, Vasya. Please, won't you help us? Don't leave us this way.
I will help you.
Oh, very well. I will help you. It's no good sleeping on the street, is it?
Thank you, Vasilisa. Have some milk for you, Johnny.
More rubles.
You come inside the izba. Everything is in complete disarray. The Chorts have certainly had their way here. You make the sign of the cross and take a couple of careful steps deeper inside.
Let's go to the samovar first.
You approach the overturned samovar. Suddenly, it shakes and starts to move, and red eyes light up the darkened room. A demon is here.
Welcome, demon. I'm ready for you. Right. Oh, there's two. You're going to defend. You're going to hit for 4. Right. Then I will defend for 5. I will waste for 3. And I will Urasi. Let's fetch usually reduce their value each turn. Carefully choose the right moment and the right place in a Zavgava. Okay. Oh, I need a key. Then Ruda. Locked. Now you're going to block again. But we have the waste for 2. We're going to hit for 5. I have no defense right now. I can use a scroll, advise, Odalai, block your attack. This page effect amplifies for 1 every other page. Same color in the Zagaba. Okay. Ah, you have defense. You don't have defense. Oh, but I need a key. I'm not sure what that does entirely, but we will use it. Well, you have 5 defense. And you have no defense, it seems. I guess you are... yes, you're casting on there. I get it now. And you're coming at me with 6. I can only block 5 of them. But I can do Razi on you. And you, my friend, are down now. An Odalai will help me. Razi and Ruda. And you're down to 5. And you're going to come again with 5. Odalai will stop you getting through. Razi. And I need a key. Well, Abba is fine. It should be enough to finish you off. Choose a new page. This page remains active for 1 turn and affects other pages well first. 1 damage to all enemies or 3 damage to all enemies there. I think we'll go for that. 125 experience.
The elders of the family bow to you and thank you for helping them. They also give thanks to God for bringing you here. The girl, Axinia, assures you that from now on every jar in the house
Problem
will
resolved.
be crossed.
And with that, we will come back next time. So we have stepped foot on the path. Vasilisa is helping others and refusing to harm, which I think is the appropriate behaviour for a witch. Now, if you want to help me fight off the demons of YouTube, drop me a line, a subscribe and a comment, and I will be appreciative. Very well.